and we make quilts for victim services. So a lot of the quilts are quilts that I no longer have. They've been donated to people who've been through a tragedy in their lives. This quilt here was a quilt. I stopped in Duluth on my way out to Vancouver to visit my daughter, and I saw this beautiful fabric. So I was by myself, so I quilted on the way and hand sewed that. So I could give it to her when I got there. And it's my little blurb to her on the back. So there's that, and a book that I made for my friend who loves birds. And let's see, my very first jelly printing experience, I used the prints to make 3D balloons. I've got to tell you something about me. I love the idea of ongoing journaling and groups that. So I joined this group, Journal 52. I loved it. This is the very first prompt, up, up, and away. This is the only prompt that I ever did because I tend not to. I tend to want to do my own thing. So, anyway, I use the my jelly prints to make hot air balloons, and this one is especially precious because my daughter loves Tony the Tiger balloon. We used to have a Balloon Fest in London at the forks of the Thames River in London, Ontario. We used to go every year, and my daughter just loved the balloons, so that was paying homage to her. Homage. I really like doing mixed media stuff. So this is similar to one that I did in Maryland with all my friends there, and I loved it so much I had to do another one. No jelly planting, but lots of sprays and stamps and cool collage papers that were shiny. This one here was a little that I got at the dollar store. Who'd have thunk it? I tend to like blues and purples and pinks, and so you see a lot of my work is that. Another book, my planner that I made. I love these knobs by Tim Holtz because you can just do up your planner really easily. And so that's what it looks like. It's my journal, January. I have made a lot of these books, and my husband puts these 3-ring binder things in for me. And I bought a bunch of them, and he just puts them in for me, and I make my books, and I love them. That's one. And then I have another one that I made for a mixed media class I was teaching. And these are all chipboard pieces made to look like a sunflower. And I use some Tyvek paper to make a bead, and bows and beads and all kinds of stuff. Another one of my my knobs from Tim Holtz, and just love the paper. I love paper. I'm addicted to paper. I've got paper coming out my eyeballs. And I tend to do a lot of, use a lot of Tim Holtz papers. I love that. But I need to start making my own. Here's another book that I made for a class I was teaching. And, oops. These have been through a lot of people. Anyway, I have some bling on the side and a chipboard piece to raise things here, and some some other bling, and this was the one I was trying to show them, that you could have as many fold-outs as you wanted. I was trying to show them how to do that. And there's a pocket in here with a little booklet and stuff. So that's another one of my goodies. I guess I should start putting them back. This is a canvas that I made. I like to use fabric as a background, so this is actually fabric that's been Mod Podged onto the canvas first, and then I added colors and sprays and Adirondack inks and stuff to bling it up. I love flowers too. This is the elastic Midori that we made at the Maryland art retreat, which, by the way, was fantastic. If you get a chance to go next year, do it. So this is actually printed on fabric, jelly printed, and then stamped. I love that. I love it. This is the book that I made with Patty Tolley Parrish, and it has all my jelly prints. I'm not a good jelly printer. I am not. I am nowhere near where she is. She is amazing, but there are a few pages that aren't too bad. Anyway, that's that, and these are some pages and things that I did with Paula Journal Artista. I love, like I said, I like collage. I have a whole thing of collage podge stuff. So these are my takeoff prints, and there are various things that I learned with Paula, different mediums and gessos, and this is a plate that I made using meat containers, styrofoam meat containers, and a pen. So I was pretty pleased with that. I was even more pleased when Jen liked it so much she wanted to print from it. So I was pretty happy about that. So that brings us to the first project that I'm going to do on Tuesday night. Every Tuesdays I'm going to stream. And the first project is a book in a box. And if you were at the Maryland art weekend, you will recall that I gave you a kit to use. And if you weren't there, if you go to my Facebook page, Flora Hall Designs, you will see a list of all the materials that you need in order to make the book in a box along with us. But the first book in a box I made was for a class I taught in Mildmay at my friend Patty's scrapbook shop in Mildmay, Ontario. So this is what it looked like. And when you open it up, it folds down all these fold down, and you can have a place to put your photos. Inside is a little book. Each page has a pocket, so you can add a little booklet to put your photos in. So I'm going to use this one for our summer photos, and I'm going to make another one on Tuesday for all my Maryland photos. So when I was in Maryland, I did a sample just to show you what it was going to look like when we were finished. And I used the paper that I gave you in the kit. But I said that you could make it from that paper and then decorate it later, or you can use the back of the paper and do your own jolly printing or whatever you like. These are great gifts ideas for Christmas and all kinds of things. When I was in Maryland, I gave everyone a stamped image with Maryland Art Weekend and July, the date that we had it, so they can put that on, color it and put that on the front if you want. You can decorate them any way you like. When I do mine on Tuesday, I'm actually going to use some of the prints that I've made. I made this one just before this dream last night. I spent the evening before watching Diane Reevely's on how to use the Illusions paint, because I have a problem with the lids. I have a problem with this whole format. But after watching her, I figured out how to do it properly. So you might want to watch that video. And then I just added some Pouty Tolly Parish hieroglyphics and some stamped images, and I'm maybe going to add some more, but I need to make 2 of these. I need to make another one, and then, mind you, that's just the back of the color paper that was in the kit, so you can do that. You can do your own jolly printing. You can do whatever you want, or you can not do it at all and do it later, so it's up to you. But you need to have 2 of these, because we need to join them together to make the book in a box. So if you want to get ready for that, that's great. And you can do that beforehand, and you'll be ready to go on Tuesday for the book in the box class. Now, in order to do the insides, and you'll see that you need some paper to do the insides. This was one book that I made that uses all the same paper. But if you want to use your own paper inside and use some jelly print, then you will need at least 3 design sheets. Okay? What else can I show you? Just to give you more of an insight into what Diana Reevely does. She uses baby wipes, and she dips it in her pot of paint, and then she puts it around on the paper. Just swirls it around. It fills in all the paper, and then she puts other colors on top. Her sprays match the colors of the paint, so you can always. This is sprayed through a stencil. Don't worry if it curls. We're going to have lots of tape on there to straighten it out, so don't worry about that too much. So again, go to my Facebook page, Floral Hall Designs. There's a list there of all of the supplies that you need, and if you have any questions, you can just leave them there for me. I'd be glad to answer your questions. So get ready for Tuesday night at 9 o'clock, my first class, A Book in a Box, and I hope to see you there. Thanks for coming, and sorry I forgot to record last night, but methinks my peeps won't let me forget again. So thanks again, folks. See you later. Bye-bye.